Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey friend, and welcome to the family. On this channel, I focus on all things beauty, fashion, hair, fitness, and of course, motherhood. As you know, I am a new mother and it's something that I love and it's something that I completely enjoy. So of course, that is a big factor on this channel. Did go back and forth for a while on if I would actually make this video for you guys, but again, it is something that I personally felt pulled to talk about. Yes, so today's video will be about postpartum depression. I suffered from postpartum depression and I really want to share my experience and give you guys insight on what postpartum depression is and how it can look, because it can look different for every single woman. Postpartum depression is a complex mix of physical, emotional, and behavioral changes that occur after giving birth. Most people call it the baby blues, and it can happen about 2 to 3 days after giving birth. To me, that is so wild, for you to, after going through labor, then you have your baby, you're on this high, and then to experience postpartum depression only 2 to 3 days after labor, it's crazy. But yes, that does happen. Postpartum depression can include mood swings, crying spells, anxiety, difficulty sleeping. It can show up in so many different ways, I think. But for me, of course, I do agree with the genetics playing a huge role, but I also believe that your aftercare and your support system plays, I believe that plays a role in it as well, or at least on my part. Before I get too deep into the video, I do want to say this. If you are a mom and you feel like you are experiencing postpartum depression, or you have that little, if you have that little feeling in your gut that you may be experiencing postpartum depression, please reach out to someone and get some help. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's nothing to be ashamed about. But mama, you have to take care of yourself and you do need an outlet. So before I get too deep in the video, I do want to say that, because for me, that was something that I dealt with. I was a little embarrassed and I was a little ashamed. So I didn't come out as soon as I could have, expressing to my family that I may be experiencing postpartum depression. Okay, so I do have some notes here that I am going to kind of look off of, just because I want to make sure that I cover everything and that I keep everything in an order almost. So how did I know I was suffering from postpartum depression? The signs for me that I may be experiencing postpartum depression were the random crying spells. I would just literally cry out of nowhere, and it almost felt like, there was like, I felt this cloud of like sadness and darkness over me, and I didn't really know how to much explain it or how to feel about it, because in my mind, I'm like, I have this newborn baby, she's beautiful, she's healthy, I'm doing good, I'm healing, I'm super blessed, but why am I feeling so sad? Why am I feeling like darkness? And, I have all these thoughts going through my mind, and it would literally just have me crying. And yeah, that's not normal for me, because I am a naturally happy person. So for me to be experiencing like this constant crying and constant sadness, I knew something was off with me. It's so weird to say that, because you're on this high, you're on this you're on this high of having your newborn baby. You're so happy, and you're shocked that you just actually had a baby and you actually did this. So you're like, you have this feeling of I can do anything, and you're just on this high, and then it just crashes and it feels heavy, and it just fills you with sadness. So that for me was completely, strange, and it wasn't normal. It's nothing that I've experienced before, if that makes sense. And I don't even know how to completely explain it in like, I feel like I can't completely explain it to the extent that I need to, but it was more than just sadness. It was so heavy. It was so heavy. So for me personally, that's how I kind of knew that I was experiencing postpartum depression. I started to question myself, like, am I good enough? Can I do this? I would constantly worry about if she was breathing or if she was okay or if anything was wrong with her. And she was fine. But in my head, I have so much anxiety and I'm going through all these different emotions that I would just think the worst. And I would think the worst of myself. Like, I wasn't capable of taking care of her. I had those constant thoughts of, am I enough? Am I doing enough for her? Is she comfortable? It was just like constant, nonstop emotional chaos in my head. And I did not know how to deal with that. So, of course, you have to go through your newborn stage. So not only am I going through like the emotional chaos in my own head, but then I have the stresses of the newborn stage and everything that comes with that. So yeah, that was just, it was a lot. It was a lot to take on emotionally and physically. The emotional, like the sadness and, the depression turned into anger. I was filled with like so much rage and I didn't understand where this rage was coming from and why I was so irritated and why I was so upset and why I would just lash out in these like rage episodes and I couldn't control it, and I just found myself like super emotional and like very irritable. Like when I say I was on a scale from 1 to 10, I was a 10 when it came to being irritable and just like filled with this undescribable rage. It was very hard. And this is like the day that I knew it was time for me to talk with someone and like express to people that I was experiencing postpartum depression. I literally had just got done giving my daughter a bath and I just held her and I was just like crying and I could not stop crying. And I was like, okay, Alexis, you're not okay. Emotionally, you're not okay. So that day was like the day that really opened my eyes and what made it clear that I needed to seek help for what I was feeling, because I didn't know what to do with it or how to even truly express it to other people. Moves me to my next part is, how did I go about getting help? And again, guys, I am reading some of my notes here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing, because I want to keep it in order. I did kind of jot everything down so that I can stay organized, of course, but yeah, so that's what I'm looking at when I look down. So how did I go about getting help? The first thing I did was I did sit down with my family and I did express to them that, hey, I am going through postpartum depression, and I kind of confided in them and told them why I felt like I was going through postpartum depression and the things that I was experiencing. My family, they were extremely supportive to me. I noticed that once I did have that conversation with them, they all kind of rallied in and they were very supportive and they were very helpful as far as like with my daughter. They would get her more and take care of a lot of the tasks that I would normally do. I've said this a few times on my channel, but I am a single mom. So, as far as like things that needed to be done for her, I took care of those, and my family stepped in a ton, and they began to take some of the weight off of just solely me, which helped so much. So I did a little research and I did look into getting a therapist. I did find a amazing therapist, guys, and I have been seeing her for 6 months now, and it's so funny because I just can't believe how much time has passed and how long we've actually been doing sessions and how much it has helped me. So yeah, I found a therapist. We meet every week on Thursday, and that helps. It has helped me a ton. I can't even say it has helped me a ton. Just having that outlet and having someone that can help you manage your emotions and help you with coping skills, and really just be a listening ear and to provide guidance. Someone outside of your family and someone outside of your friend group, someone who actually went to school and they are equipped with the tools to help you successfully heal yourself, deal with your emotions, and they force you to do the work. Not, I can't even say force you, but they guide you to do the self work, and that has helped me so much. I am light years now from where I was when I started therapy. I'm able to manage my emotions better. I'm able to communicate a lot better. And she has truly been a blessing and a gem in my postpartum journey. So therapy helps. Do not be ashamed to get help and to get a therapist. And I know, just like many other people, I had this whole idea in my head that no one can tell me anything about myself. She doesn't know anything, and how can she help me with my life? She's not living my life. I had all those same thoughts going in, and then as time progressed and as I noticed that emotionally I felt better, I felt lighter, and I just noticed how I was able to kind of manage my emotions better, I'm like, this lady cold. This lady is cold. And not only does she help me manage emotions, but she also helps me break down things within myself that I need to work on, just to be overall a better person. So yes, therapy has helped me tremendously. And my therapy is covered through my insurance, which is amazing. So also make sure you check through your insurance and see if they can cover. Sometimes you have a copay, sometimes you may not, but it just really just depends on your coverage. But yes, mamas, get therapy. Moving on to my next point. Also, not only did I get therapy, but I turned to God during this time too, because during my pregnancy, I had a really, I wouldn't say I had a rough pregnancy. Emotionally, I had a really rough pregnancy. So, but as far as health wise, amazing. Baby was always fine. I was always fine. So I was truly blessed in that sense. But emotionally, I was dealing with a lot, so that did take a toll on my pregnancy. So what I did is I did turn to God, and I built a relationship with Him. I began to like seek the Word and to truly find understanding in His Word, and being a relationship with God completely transformed my life, and it really changed a lot of things for me. One thing that I have noticed is that when you really get into reading the Word and you really read all of His promises for your life, it gives you peace. And it's a peace that I've never had before, because again, I did not have Him in the center of my life. So yeah, it really gives you a sense of peace, and you get understanding. And once you really get into the Word, you just truly understand that God has a plan for your life, and the plan may not be the plan that you have in your head that you created, but He has a plan, and He's gonna make sure that everything aligns for you and that He makes your path straight. So you have to trust in Him and truly give Him your life and allow Him to complete the story and write the story however it's supposed to go. You're not in control, and that's one thing that I had to learn. And then I had to also have faith and truly lean and believe in His Word, because he put it all down clear as day. So once you read it, you're like, okay, I'm washing my hands, I'm taking my hands out of it, I'm allowing Him to do His, allow him to do the work, allow Him to have the final say, and allow Him to guide you exactly where you're supposed to be. So yeah, me really getting into the Word and reading the Bible and building a relationship with God truly helped me as far as my mental, because all that mental chaos that was going on in my head and the turmoil, once I kind of once I built my relationship with him, all that slowly but surely went away. And you know, every now and again you will fall into that and you will feel that sadness come over you, and but that's when you turn to him, you read his word, and he's going to fill your cup right back up. He's going to fill your cup right back up. So yes, ladies, please take the time to build a relationship with God and to find peace in his word, and know that it all applies to your life, and he will apply it to your life, but you have to again seek him and allow him to take full control. So yes, building that relationship with God has made a huge impact on my life and my mental health, and it has helped me tremendously during my postpartum depression journey. Aside from me getting therapy, me building a relationship with God, I also took this time to focus on things that made me happy and things that I enjoyed and things that I am passionate about. So I would, of course, go to the gym, work out. I would create content, dress up, and start, you know, feeling myself again, getting my hair done, my nails done, you know, doing all the things that make me feel confident and make me feel happy. That was a big thing that I had to come to terms with while I was battling from postpartum depression. If you let it, it will eat you up and spit you out. So you have to make the choice every day to get up, to put your best foot forward, and to make the change that you want to see in your life. As hard as it is, you need to use those tools that I mentioned to help you through this journey, because it's a journey. It's not something that you will go through forever, but you have to make the decision to move forward every day and choose happiness, choose peace, choose to heal yourself. So that was a big thing for me. The gym is a huge outlet for me during my postpartum depression journey. I love the gym. The gym brings me peace. The gym brings me joy, and it is something that I love to do. Like, you know, for some people it's like a chore. For me, that's like my fun free time, because not only do I use that hour or two to solely focus on me, but I feel good while doing it. And it's just something that I fell in love with years ago. So it is something that I definitely use as a tool to help me through dealing with postpartum depression. And that can be different for every person. You don't have to necessarily use the gym as a tool, but you can maybe use shopping or watching your favorite TV show or self-care. Just find something that truly makes you happy and take time to do that. So yeah, for me, that was the gym. But as in closing, I do want to say this. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It will not always seem so dark. It will not always feel so sad. It does get better, mama. But you do have to take the time to use those tools and to heal yourself so that you can overcome this. You can literally get through anything. You brought a child into this world. You can do anything. You kept that little human safe inside of your belly for 9 whole months. Mama, you can do anything you put your mind to. You are amazing, and you are strong, and you are worthy. Take the time to heal. Take the time for self-healing. And you got it. So I do want to say this to you. At the end of every session, my therapist makes a point to say to me, be kind to yourself and give yourself grace. Mama, I want to tell you, give yourself grace and give yourself time to heal. Be kind to yourself. Remember that you just went through labor, and that took your body through so many things. Also, emotionally, your hormones, you're all over the place still. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Do not beat up yourself, and do not be so hard on yourself because of what you're experiencing. Surround yourself with people who love you, who care about you, who respect you, and who want to be there for you. That's one of the most important things I had to remember. You want to surround yourself with people who love you and who want to love on you, because right now you need a little extra love right now. So please, please, please remember that. And most importantly, please get the help. Please seek out a therapist. Please find comfort in God and take some time to focus on healing and self-care. I love you all and thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any further questions about postpartum depression, please leave them down below. I would love to answer your questions. I would love to interact with you guys, and I want to also hear about your experience with postpartum depression and how you overcame it and how you feel now that you are at the finish line and that you're finally and where you finally were able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So yes, again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share this with a postpartum mama so that she can get this love and she can get all these tips that I did mention in the video. But yes guys, until next time, bye.